How's it going, everybody? Non-spoiler review for Gladiator 2. It is the sequel to the 2000 classic by Ridley Scott. That one obviously starring Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe not in this one as Maximus, but his legacy continues. Again, non-spoiler here. If you're brand new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 170 by the end of the year. I think we can do it. Anyway, so the movie itself. Okay. Now, I was, I guess, one of the few that was very excited for this movie. I thought I didn't love the music choices and stuff of what they did in the first trailer, but I wanted to return to that world. And I'm glad that I did, because I really enjoyed this movie. Now, the first thing, I think incorrectly what people are doing are waiting for this movie to be as that big Oscar-nominated film that the first one was. For me, I was looking for an entertaining film in these times that continued the story, and I got that. It is a worthy successor to me. So the story itself is that the kid, Lucius, from the first movie goes running away after the events of the first one. He is, there's a lot of returning beats. You know, he's out there, he's fighting, he's a good soldier. Shit, stuff goes down. He gets brought back to the Romans, to Rome, and while he's there, he's got to start fighting as a gladiator. There's other things that are happening. There are other people that are causing some stuff, and one of those people is, of course, the great Denzel Washington, who plays Macrinus. Connie Nielsen returns in this one, Pedro Pascal, but Paul Mescal is the star of the film here, playing Lucius, and I wasn't very familiar with Paul Mescal. I think he's great. Now, one of the criticisms I think that is fair in this movie, it is not as, I don't think it's as developed as the first one was. I think it is unfair to compare Paul Mescal to Russell Crowe, because I think Russell Crowe had more to do I think Maximus had more depth. I think Lucius is a very good character, and I think Paul Mescal does a lot of great things with him. I enjoyed watching his journey. I believed it. I thought he was a very convincing fighter, and everything else, the relationship that he has with Connie Nielsen, his struggle that he's got with Pedro Pascal's character, who I, again, thought Pedro Pascal was very good in the role, but I think Denzel Washington really shines. He's having a lot of fun. Do I think it's an Oscar-winning performance? Oscar-nominated performance? No, I don't. But I do think that it is. You can just tell he's having a blast doing this role, and there's like these twists and turns and things that are happening throughout this movie that you're like, oh, this. Everybody involved in it. Ridley Scott, again, clearly having a lot of fun. I guess a criticism and a compliment at the same time. The Emperors. You got Emperor Geta, played by Joseph Quinn, and Emperor Caracalla, played by Fred Hirschner. And I thought Joseph Quinn was doing a really good job. I don't know Fred really well, and I don't think it's his fault, but I think he's a little too over the top. I never felt him as a real character, but nonetheless, it was still interesting to see where the dynamic of the two twins went. There were a lot of returning characters and people that you've recognized from the first one. That's what I liked what they did in the movie. They connected the first one to this one really well. The idea of what Rome is supposed to be, the corruption of what it could be in general. I want to talk about the score also. Harry Gregson Williams replaces Hans Zimmer this time around, but they don't do what a lot of other franchises have done. Replace the composer from beforehand and go, well, we're not even going to acknowledge any of those old themes. They acknowledge a lot of those old themes and put in a lot of new ones with it. So I think Harry Gregson Williams does a great job with the score and really paints the scene. And I think that that's what I was looking for in general was, do I feel like I'm back in this world, or do I feel like they're like, oh, that movie was popular once, so let's make a second one. And I never felt that. I felt like this was a continuation of the story, and I really dug what they were doing. Again, a couple criticisms and things that I didn't like, and there were some CGI problems with the first one, but that was 2000. I figure in 2024 the CGI would be better. Some of the animals, there's a particular, I'd say, baboon scene that I thought was terrible, and there's some CGI sharks that looks like Deep Blue Sea. The CGI animals are really bad, almost like The Flash bad. But did it ruin the whole experience for me? Absolutely not. Fights are good, bloody, action's intense. And I think that is why people are going to enjoy this movie. This is a movie it feels like you got to go see this in the theater, and where it's like, oh, should I go see the latest? A lot of times right now, there's just a particular kind of blockbuster that people are going to see, and I think these kind of movies kind of get left. But this is one you want to see it in the theater. You want to see it in IMAX. I saw it in IMAX, and I really enjoyed watching it. I just felt like I was at a, whether it was a UFC fight or a boxing match or whatever it might be. I felt like I was in the crowd, kind of watching these things go down. And I was never bored. And it's longer. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. And I would say let's see. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to go 8 out of 10 for this one. That's my score for today. Sometimes I do 5. Today I'm doing 10. 8 out of 10. I liked it a lot. I really did. An 80%, fair by me. Should be fair by you. Go and check it out. Tell me what you think of Gladiator 2. First of all, you're going to even see Gladiator 2. Put your thoughts in there. I want to know. All right, we have a lot of things going on here out of the theater reactions, movie reactions, trailer reactions, reviews, live shows, you name it, we're doing it. So thanks for being here. Celebrity interviews. I got a couple of different ones on this channel, but I also have a clips channel of a bunch of different people. Do you like the Penguin? Well, I have Renzi Felice on that channel. I have a bunch of different things. So check it out. All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.